in February 1978 with a wonderful album, City to City, Jerry Rafferty, because it had things on it like Baker Street and Right Down the Line and City to City. But we played you the Ark from our classic album, Jerry Rafferty, right there. Okay, something we often do here on the show is ones that got away. We call them turntable hits in the old days when you used to have vinyl playing out there. And this is one that's certainly one that got away. We're going with Todd Rundgren.
Supersonic 70s, the one that got away. Jeff Dorset.
The one that got away. Went with Todd Rundgren there, and I Saw the Light. Now, Sad Cafe, I think Manchester is where they actually came from. They had Paul Young, not the Paul Young, another Paul Young who went on to work with Mike and the Mechanics as their lead voice. And everybody knows Sad Cafe and their biggest hits that they had. But this also was a great song. Came out in 1978. Probably doesn't get played that often. It's called Black Rose.
Really understand.
Black Rose is the title there. It's from Sad Cafe, playing on Supersonic 70s. And don't forget, if there's a favourite track you want to hear, an album track, it could be a double-decker, it could be something out of school days, one that got away, an old Grey Whistle Test special, anything that we do on the special features, just send an email in chunkyjeff, CHUNKYGEOFF @gmail.com. That's chunkyjeff @gmail.com.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2.
Jeff, we have a problem.
This could be a rough ride, Jeff.
Jeff, we have a problem.
In the 1970s, almost there, but no cigar. These are the songs that made it to number 2 with Jeff Dossett, 1970s.
Right, and we're turning the clock here to the 17th of February, 1973, when The Faces was stalled at number 2 with Cindy Incidentally, taken off the album Ooh La La. So Cindy Incidentally was stalled at number 2. What do you think might have been at number 1? Want a clue? Okay, the clue is it's a glam rock group. 16 hits and only one UK number 1. 16 hits and only one UK number 1. So what kept this at number 2?
Attract a big crowd and drink around till it's time to bid goodbye, farewell.
So, Cindy Incidentally was stalled at number 2 in 1973. I said the clues were they had 16 hits, they were a glam rock group, and they had only one UK number 1 single. What was it? It was The Sweet, and Blockbuster kept them at number 2. If you got that, give yourselves a nice little pat on the back. Okay, going to do a couple of interviews here. Clive Wilson, founder member of the group Racy. And here we are talking very much about the tours that they did, Mickey Most, and how Racy, the group, was basically formed. You started out drums and vocals. Who were your inspirations, Clive, when you were in your teens? And what inspired you to get into the music business?
As far as drummers were concerned, my favourite drummers were John Bonham, there was Rob Townsend from Family, and Kenny Jones from The Faces. They were my go-to drummers that I used to like. As far as music, I think the Beach Boys were the big influence on me wanting to pursue a musical career. And then, yeah, I think that sums it up, really.
Yeah. And how did Racy form?
Phil and myself, Phil Thurston, who's still in Racy now, we went to school together. We played when we were youngsters in various bands. We got some locally. We were very popular. We had very adventurous. We did tours of Denmark and Germany and places, a bit smaller version of what the Beatles did. And we were playing in a pub in Weston-super-Mare. When we finally finished the European stuff, we had a residency there. And we got very popular. The lad that used to come in the pubs, called Steve Matthews, had some demo tapes that we'd done, and drove to London and found Mickey Most, who was the Simon Cowell of the day.
Of course, yeah.
Tracked him down in London by stopping Rolls Royces with number plates, would you believe?
Yes. Yeah.
And finally found someone who said, no, I'm not Mickey Most, but I do know roughly where he lives. And gave him the address, and he knocked on the door and gave the tapes the acetates to Mickey's wife, Chrissy. And about 3 weeks later, a phone call said, when can I come and see you? We said, well, we're playing every weekend in this pub. And then the following week, the phone rings again. He said, it's Mickey Most here. What time are you on? I'm in Weston. He'd come down to Weston on his motorbike with his wife. And came in the Queen's. Luckily, on a Saturday night, it used to be jammed. And then he got about 20 feet from the stage, pulled up a chair, lit up a great big cigar, which you could do in those days, crossed his legs, and then sat back and said, right, entertain me.
Yes.
And we basically fell to pieces for the first couple of songs because we were so nervous. But in the break, he said, I like what I see. I've got a song I'd like you to try. Would you be